So let me talk about the past. I'm seeing a lot of water-water combination when it comes to relationships. So we have here the Prince of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. And another reason why I don't use this deck often is because the naming can be a little bit confusing. So what we have here is the Prince of Cups. And this is somebody that is a little bit of a charmer, okay? So I feel like it shows up in your past position. You were dealing with somebody, possibly a water sign, another Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. This is somebody who's, I feel like they're very beautiful or very handsome. Their energy is one that is a little bit more on the passive end, okay? It's like you ask them, what do you want to eat? I don't know, what do you want to eat? So it's like somebody who's a little bit like wishy-washy. They're not very overly, overly passionate. They're not overly ambitious. They're just kind of like bleh. So I feel like you're dealing with somebody like this in your past, and they're very social, and their energy can be like a little bit of a social chameleon. They blend into, the crowd that they're with. When they're with really good people, they can be very good, very inspiring, very generous. When they're with bad people, they might take on the traits, the characteristics, unfortunately, of, that group. So it's somebody who is a little bit kind of like aimless in life, and they're charmers, and they want to be well liked. They want to, they're very like susceptible to peer pressure even. Okay, so you were dealing with this person in the past. It's linked up as well with the Six of Cups in the reverse. The Six of Cups is like idealizing somebody, seeing somebody through a childlike lens. So that means we might have been very, swept off our feet when we're dealing with them. We might have only seen like all the good traits and kind of ignore or overlook a lot of these bad traits that this person has. And so I feel like with this card in the reverse position, it usually indicates to me kind of like seeing somebody in their true colors, seeing somebody in the true light, and not really liking what you see, okay? So some of you could still be dealing with this person, and then for others of you, you have moved on from this person, but they might be refusing to let you go as well. So I feel many of you have moved on from this person. The Six of Cups in the reverse also indicates kind of like an end to something. It's like a falling out, an end to something. No longer wanting and even wondering what they're up to, because the truth is kind of like revealed and you're seeing this person in their true colors. In the present situation, what you're dealing with here, we have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords usually indicates infidelity. It usually indicates lies, deception, things that are kind of hidden from you. And so I'm sensing many of you, you might have felt that, okay, this person, I don't know if the relationship is going to work, but I feel that you're trying your best to, because you're a really, really forgiving sign, Pisces, you might be trying your best to overlook these issues. You might be, lying to yourself that, okay, this is going to work. If we just keep working at it, if we just keep pouring our energy into fixing these issues, it's going to work. So there's a little bit of, denial here, okay? And I feel that it could be coming from within you, about a person that you're dealing with, where you're just like, everything's going to be fine. We just need to get through this rough patch. But I feel like the person that you're dealing with, you might have a lot of difference in values, and it might not work out for that reason, just because, you're so like polar opposites too. And with the Four of Pentacles, this is a card about refusing to let go. This is a card about clinging onto something way past its expiration date. And despite all of these things that you're telling yourself, I feel that you're feeling at this point very stuck, okay? Seven of Swords and Four of Pentacles can also indicate to me you were dealing with somebody, or you are dealing with somebody who is not completely honest. They're not completely truthful. And you know these things about them, but you're having trouble letting the relationship go. You're still clinging on to it, okay? And what we have here, this is once again your energy, the King of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is somebody who's a lot more mature, who's a lot more invested, who's a lot more emotionally available. And there is some type of this is stoppage in communication, right? When it's in the reverse position, it's almost indicating to me that, if there has been stall communication or a stoppage in communication, the two of you are going to be communicating again. I feel like some of you, you were dealing with someone, you're refusing to let it go, like the relationship go. And so you're trying to work things out. You're trying to make things better. But at the heart of it, you might not be feeling all that great or that positive about the prospect and the trajectory of the relationship itself. But there's a lot more here about two people, a lot more willing to compromise, and you pouring a lot of your energy into this relationship, trying to communicate, trying to make things work, trying to, get to the bottom of things. Crowning this reading is something that you're thinking about. We have here the Princess of Pentacles. So this is like the Page of Pentacles with the Three of Wands. Some of you are thinking about here, if you are single, I feel like you have somebody in your midst that you are liking, that you're really, waiting on, or you are really digging. So I have here an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And this is somebody who is like starting out their career. They might also be at a distance from you, because with the Three of Wands, this is kind of like waiting for your ship to come in, waiting for a person from afar. And when it's in the reverse position, you might have this person coming to see you. They might bring good news surrounding, whatever is happening in their life in terms of their professional life, in terms of their schooling, in terms of their education. They're bringing some good news. So if you've been waiting for this person, I feel like there's going to be more communication. There's possibly going to be discussions between you and this person. When can I come visit you? When can you come visit me? And so forth. So I feel like this is somebody that is, that you are really digging, that you're waiting on, that you're having a lot of communication with. And I'm also sensing as well, for some of you, it could be dividing your time between two people, another water sign or an earth sign. And I'm feeling, stick with your water sign if you have them, because it seems like they do care, okay? With the earth sign, with the page energy, it could be very fickle. It could be here today, gone tomorrow. Even though it's a pentacle suit, and pentacles are very earthy, very practical, very reliable. I just feel with this energy, it's somebody that is starting their life, and so they have a lot more going for themselves. So they're going to want more. They're not going to want restrictions. They're going to want, to look at greener pastures and look at other opportunities that are available for them. I'm seeing a very big age differential between you and another person, okay? And I'm sensing for many of you, you might be the older person. You could be male or female. You might be the older person crushing on or really liking somebody that is significantly younger than you. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I just want you to keep in mind that, planetarily speaking, I feel that it's just a little bit better. Age is a number, but it is a little bit better to stick a little bit closer to our age group, because we want somebody that has gone through, these Saturn transit, these Pluto transits that we have, because it indicates, maturation, it indicates responsibility, and it indicates whether or not somebody is kind of like on the same page, on the same wavelength as us. So I feel like there might be significant age gaps in your love sector. Coming into the future position, we have the Ten of Wands. And this is a serious card about dropping a burdensome relationship, moving on, okay? In the reverse position, it's like you're no longer struggling to bring the relationship to its apex. You're just going to drop it as is, because I feel like there's going to be some information coming to light that you might have swept under the rug about a significant partner. And this is the month where you're just like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. It's too hard. It's too one-sided. it can feel very, very burdensome. It can also drain your financial resources. So I feel like you are dropping a relationship. It's linked up here with the Judgment card, which is dropping a relationship and possibly going for another person as well. So I'm seeing here dropping a relationship and then the burden alleviating with the Nine of Wands. So 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands, both in the reverse position. Once you drop this burden of a relationship, it's going to feel really good. It's going to feel like, yes, I made the right choice. And for some of you who are kind of like in an end of a straggling relationship, I feel that you're going to be separating. And then for others of you, I feel like you are single. You might have an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, in your midst that you are really thinking about, okay? And then for others, I feel like a lot of resolutions coming in your relationship sector. Should we break up? Should we try to work things out? And I do see separation here. I feel like for singles, I have very strong earth and water, okay? And both of these signs are actually very compatible with you. But I feel like if there are significant age gaps with the earth sign, might not be the best option for longevity. If you don't, even if you have a significant age gap with the water sign, I feel like the water sign can work because the energy is, with this King of Cups, this is someone who's very loving, very nurturing. They are able to give you practical, technical advice as well as emotional advice. And they know what to do to make you feel better. You know, they could be standing next to you when you're stressed out. They hold your hands and everything feels okay. So I feel like they know how to be emotionally available for you. And this is something that you really, really need. And so there's going to be increased communication with this water sign here. And it looks good if you are like, the relationship hasn't been struggling or straggling, okay?